on. Dylan's tracking it all. Dylan, where's all that weather heading now?
It's heading into the southeast, but it will not be as severe as what we saw yesterday. We had 29 reported tornadoes yesterday, mostly across northern Mississippi and southwestern Tennessee. We do still have a tornado watch in effect here, you see, through southeastern Alabama into west central Georgia. This is in effect till 10 a.m. Eastern time, and then it will expire. But you can see these storms. They are still producing dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. We've got a lot of activity right through Atlanta. That will cause delays this morning. But the chance of strong storms will not be as widespread as it was yesterday. We just have a marginal risk of storms from eastern Texas, even up into the mid-Atlantic. The biggest threat today will be for locally strong wind gusts and also those heavier downpours. Now, today is a huge travel day. We have a lot of trouble spots across the country. In the Pacific Northwest, there will be rain along the coast and snow in the mountains. This will cause travel troubles through the mountain passes because the snow has been very, very heavy, and it is going to continue to fall today. In the southeast, again, from Atlanta to New Orleans back into Houston, we will see some stronger storms that will produce gustier winds and torrential downpours. It will cause delays at the airports, of course, especially with Atlanta being a major hub. And up and down the East Coast, if you're traveling early this morning, that's when we'll most likely see delays with pockets of heavier rain and also a lot of low-level fog, but we will see improvements, especially as we go into this afternoon. So the worst part of travel in the Northeast today will be this morning, and then this afternoon gets a whole lot better.
All right. Thanks, Dylan.
Tennessee, out here about 45 miles southeast of Memphis and Holly Springs. Look at the devastation. About a dozen homes hit. No one was killed, fortunately. This car, a total loss. What you notice coming up and down Highway 7, just thousands of trees have either been blown down or sheared, their bark ripped off by the force of the wind. Windows blown out. The roof is long gone. That's been blown out into the woods. But look at this damage, Hoda. The front of this house, this is a brick front, has been blown back towards the home. Fortunately, no one was killed in these homes. There were about a dozen injuries here in Holly Springs, and so far at least 5 deaths attributed to this one long track twister here in Mississippi. Hoda, Matt, back to you.
All right, Mike, thanks so much.
Dylan's in for Al. What's the system doing next?
Now it's moving into the southeast, but it will not be as severe as what we saw yesterday. We ended up seeing some of those long-track tornadoes because of this warm, humid air that's streaming in from the Gulf of Mexico. This is more of a springtime setup than what you'd see now that we're in the beginning of winter. Temperatures will be about 30 degrees above average for highs today. We've been talking about the warm-up we're expecting today and the records that are going to be broken. Again, in New York City, we've already broken the old record of 63. Washington, D.C., the record is 66 degrees, set back in 1982. We're forecasting a high of 73 today. Boston, of all places, should hit 70 degrees this afternoon. The old record is 61. Even Charlotte, North Carolina, we should top out in the mid-70s. Tomorrow's going to be slightly cooler, but we should still break several records across the eastern and southeastern part of the country. New York City, the record on Christmas Day is 63. We're forecasting 65. Portland, Maine, 55 degrees. The old record is 53. So this is exceptional, unprecedented heat for Christmas time. And even as we go into Saturday, we're
muy singular.
6 degrees. So for those of you traveling across the country today, again, we've got some trouble spots in the mountain passes in the Pacific Northwest. We do have a couple of showers and some thunderstorms moving through Atlanta right now. So if you have flights that connect you through Atlanta, check for delays there. The rain in the Northeast will last mainly through this morning. Then we'll see improvements as we go into the afternoon and the skies will clear a bit. On Christmas Day, spotty showers. Nothing severe, nothing too heavy, but we will be very unsettled through the mid-Atlantic, stretching through the Tennessee and Ohio River valleys. We'll also see more snow begin to make its way into the Rockies with up to a foot of snow in some of the higher elevations. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window.
See your 6-year-old nephew and his friend double dipping their carrot sticks in the dip. Oh. Do you remove the dish from their reach and tell their parents? Is that a
No, you don't tell the parent. No, you don't tell the parent.
You don't tell the parent?
No. Tell the kid.
You are all wrong. Why would you tell?
No, it's just double dipping.
No, here's the thing. So we'll
smooth everything out for us. Because Joy just obviously had too many of her own drinks. Really?
Oh my gosh.
Girl, you can't waste good liquor. TV doesn't work.
Something is
Enjoy the rest of your Christmas Eve.
No.
Coming up, Heavenly Joy, 9-year-old sings for Kathy Lee and Hoda.
Help me, no.